I didn't like Sunday school so much. I liked getting a new dress every Easter. And I learned how to drink coffee when I was 5 years old with a lot of sugar. And I loved lunch afterwards. It's always a big lunch. But the thing I liked least of all going to church was singing the hymns. That's always kind of bothered me because I'm a musician. And I should have loved that. And I like God. And I like going to church. But why didn't I like singing the hymns? I think it's because the people singing them never seemed very inspired by them. And there were a lot of verses, and I've been a second alto since I was 13 years old, so they were always kind of hard to sing because they're not really written for my tessitura. They did not inspire me in their original form. And I want to see what happens when I reframe them in a form that does inspire me, which is jazz. They're the songs I know in my bones. They're the first songs I ever saw in a book. I think they represent for me what I wanted to reconcile with where I am with my faith now versus where I started. If there's acceptance, it's acceptance of myself and being okay with being on this journey that is full of questions and resistance and doubt. And this Jazz Hymns project is not the final destination, and it's not the answer. It's not the final answer, but it's part of me accepting myself as being okay with the fact that I don't have the answers. I did get excited about making new music again through this project. But I really give it up to the band. The band made it into something bigger and better than I thought it was going to be. I sought out people that I knew I could collaborate with easily, which meant they were probably pretty good friends. So that's why I started with Micah Cadwell on guitar. And I just knew that he would have an open mind for this project too. He doesn't come from a church background as far as I know. And then I also worked with my husband, Mike Hinton, who's the drummer on the project. And he really helped form some of the initial personality of some of these reframes of these hymns. But then when we got into the rehearsal process, it became a true kind of mastermind thing that happened. And it was very collaborative, and I feel like everybody in the band contributed to the ultimate sound of each song. It wasn't just one person. I will credit Andy Eulau on the bass for bringing particularly a real world music vibe into the project.
Lord God Almighty, early in the morning our song shall rise to Thee. Holy, holy, holy.
What we tried to do in choosing the hymns for We Gather Together was kind of have a theme around the whole point of Thanksgiving, which is gratitude and gathering as community, unity, food, having the bounty of the earth. And so when we were looking for hymns that fit this theme, we end up with the set of hymns that became We Gather Together, jazz hymns for Thanksgiving.
The glassy sea, cherubim and seraphim falling down before Thee, which were and are and evermore.
Gospel music is enjoyed by people who don't care for church. I hope that my album would be kind of the same sensibility, definitely not the same sound as gospel music, but that you can just enjoy it as music. You can enjoy it for the way it makes you feel, and you don't necessarily have to understand the lyrics or what's being sung.